Hello GMS students, this is Mr. Friedman, your math coach, and today we are going to be looking at the Pythagorean theorem. So what you should do at this point is please get out the guided notes that should be up on Google Classroom. If you have a printer, you may print them out. If you do not have a printer, just copy down the triangle shown under example 1, because that you'll need to copy onto paper to follow along with me. So the Pythagorean theorem is all about finding lengths of triangles, and specifically right triangles. Now the first thing on our notes here says a right triangle is a triangle with a right angle. A right angle is 90 degrees. We can see that here in the triangle. This little square tells us that this is a right angle, and this angle here is going to be 90 degrees. The sides that meet at the right angle are called the legs. So this is a leg, and this is a leg. And it says they are A and B. So I'm going to label those A and B for my legs. The side across from the right angle is called the hypotenuse. So let's look across from the right angle. This side here is going to be my hypotenuse, and that's the side that we call C. Now the Pythagorean theorem tells us that for any right triangle, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That means the length of this side, A squared, plus the length of this side, B, and I square that, will give you the length of this side squared. So let's see how we use the Pythagorean theorem to find the missing side of a right triangle. So example 1, find the missing side of the triangle shown below. I have that one side is 4 centimeters, one side is 7 centimeters, and I need to find the third side. The first thing we need to do is label our sides A, B, and C. So remember that the sides that meet at the right angle are the legs. Those are A and B. I have my right angle here, so these two sides are going to be A and B. So let's call this side A and this side here B. My side that is across from the right angle is going to be my hypotenuse, and that is going to be C. Okay, now that I've labeled my sides, I'm ready to use the Pythagorean theorem. So let's start by copying that down. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Now what we're going to do is substitute in the side lengths that I have for A and B. So for A, I have that was 7 centimeters. So instead of A to the second power, I'm going to write 7 to the second power, or 7 squared. For B, I'm going to substitute in 4. So that's 4 to the second power, or 4 squared. C, I don't know, so I'm going to leave that as a variable. Now I can begin to do my math here to find out what C is going to be. 7 squared, or 7 to the second power, means 7 times 7. So that is going to be 49. 4 squared, or 4 to the second power, is 4 times 4. So that is going to be 16 equals C squared. Okay, now I have to add these two numbers, 49 plus 16. You may use a calculator if you'd like, or we can do this in our head. That is going to give me 65 equals C squared. Now I'm not done yet. I'm not going to say that this side is 65 because that is C squared, or C to the second power. To find out what this side's going to be, I have to take the square root of both sides. Okay, so what I need to do here is to take the square root of 65. Now 65 is not a perfect square number. So to find the square root of this, I'm going to have to use a calculator. You may use either a calculator that you have at home, or if you don't have one, you can use the calculator on your Chromebook. I'm going to type into my calculator square root of 65, and I get a long decimal number. I get 8.06225 and some other numbers after that. I'm just going to write this number out to 2 decimal places. 8.06225. And that is my answer. This third side of the triangle is 8.06 centimeters. And that is how we use the Pythagorean theorem to find the hypotenuse of a right triangle. You are now ready to begin today's lesson.